Other news now, the Schenectady Police Department is down 15 officers, and that's contributing to a proposed police overtime budget of more than $3 million for the upcoming year. But police overtime has generally gone over budget, leading us to ask, how high could it really go? CBS 6's Tom Eschen investigates tonight, addressing the mayor and police department with those very questions today. So, Tom, what kind of answers do we get?
We got a few different answers there, Greg. Good evening, everybody. To put this into perspective, in 2023, it's projected that the police overtime will go to about $2.4 million over in their budget there. They're also only down 6 officers over the course of the 2023. You're a little bit different than what you heard Greg say with the 15 vacancies upcoming. Still, this topic, this line in the budget has been heavily debated in the council over the years. They have another meeting tonight. They say some of the individuals that they're not ready to speak on that just yet in terms of what it all means. In the meantime, I did speak with the police chief, Eric Clifford, along with the mayor, Gary McCarthy, earlier today regarding this issue and what it means not only for the rest of the budget, but also the services the department provides. Police say shootings are down in Schenectady this year compared to last year and believe if the council responds with a lower number, closer to the historical level of $2 million in overtime, cuts would need to be considered.
It could change our strategy on whether we investigate shootings. Like there's non-fatal shootings. Right now, a non-fatal shooting, we investigate it like it's fatal. We're putting that much effort into it, and we've been successful with reducing shootings in the city of Schenectady.
We've looked at historical staffing needs, just the actual cost of employees who are contractual obligations, and I believe that that's a fair number to put forth in terms of the overall department.
As for that possibility of going over that proposed $3.6 million, the police chief says he believes this year's budget is where they expect to be, that if it's approved, of course. Council has their second of multiple hearings tonight. In the past, pushback for this overtime has come through ideas that money should be put elsewhere in the budget, other services that the city provides, Greg.
And just talking those other services, this summer we saw 2 different outbreaks of fatal overdoses in Schenectady. How is that being addressed? Do they talk about that?
Yeah, we've spoken with other municipalities. Albany, for example, they're in the process of trying to propose more mental health professionals to put them out on calls along with social workers. We heard that story from their chief yesterday. Schenectady, they partner their police departments with community-based organizations a little bit differently than that, but they say that still does make an impact along with the amount of people it impacts. I'll have more on that actually coming up later on tonight at 6. But for now, reporting live here from Schenectady, Tom Eschen, CBS 6 News.
As the city of Albany looks to reinforce its police department with social workers, the city of Schenectady is working to reinforce its partnerships with community organizations.
Yeah, both approaches are aimed at helping struggling individuals find a better, safer life. And CBS 6's Tom Eschen reports now from Schenectady tonight, where they say that those partnerships have helped dozens of people.
New Choices Recovery Center sees people walk in every day facing a variety of challenges.
There is no doubt that people can go from being in a really horrible place in every way in their life to being someone who is satisfied, happy, safe, and a contributing member of our community.
They are at the front lines of the opioid crisis, working to provide bridges to individuals in need.
We've had some unique opportunities, some small grants that allowed us to pay those agencies to house people overnight sometimes. So if somebody comes in and they need to go to inpatient treatment, but maybe they can't get in till the next day or 2 days later, that we've been able to offer some payment to not-for-profits like Bethesda.
And some of those bridges involving the police department, which this year created a unique outreach hub, which to date has helped facilitate 70 individuals and connecting them with community-based organizations.
And it's not typically a police problem, and it's how do you refer somebody to a housing counselor, to one of the agencies that you talked about that we work with in the partnership to bring dignity to those people's lives.
You know, sometimes somebody will say that the reason that I can't find housing is that I've not been able to secure an ID. Well, then I've got somebody for an ID there. Or I am sanctioned from certain shelters and things because of some problem with addiction. Then we have somebody there. We have alternate solutions to try to help somebody. And it's very harm reduction based.
This hub works within the current police department infrastructure, which in 2024 will have 15 vacant officer positions. They say overtime, which is a proposed $3.6 million in 2024, is key in keeping their support systems going.
We have a whole unit dedicated towards addressing homelessness and substance use disorder and poverty. And if we don't have the ability to backfill our patrol division, sometimes difficult decisions are going to have to be made. Do we eliminate that unit? Do we eliminate some of our detectives on federal task forces? Do we eliminate our dedication to working with the county sheriff on street crime issues?
Those working and using New Choices Recovery Center say these partnerships are important and hope support can continue as they continue to provide vital resources.
One of the things that's come out is if we had more of a drop-in kind of place, and I know the county is really interested in that, so that it's not just talking to somebody on the street, it's a place where you could bring them. And we certainly don't mind that being here, but it gets really busy. Like, it should be a separate place.
Now, the City Council will continue to debate their counter-proposal to the budget and regarding the police overtime allocation, too. Some pushing back and saying that funding would be better served elsewhere in the city, going directly to some services instead. The council still has multiple hearings over the course of the month. Reporting from Schenectady, Tom Eschen, CBS 6 News.